quick news in the NBA today. First of all, Adam Silver in the league. It was decided July 31st would be the first day for the regular season. They're actually going to push it back to July 30th. I know it's only been for one day, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. We get basketball as soon as possible. Second thing, guys, I know if you've been on Twitter and social media, you would have seen about Nikola Jokic. Dude, the man lost 30 to 35 pounds, which is wild. As right now back then around 2-3 months ago he was 250. So probably around now he's probably ranging around 220, 215 area. The cat looks like a Kristaps Porzingis, which is crazy. Pretty much the same height, probably an inch or two shorter, but hovering around 220, 215, 25 years of age. This is crazy. You know, this reminds me of Kevin Love. Whenever he was on the Minnesota Timberwolves, he was very stockier. He'd push you down more in the post. He had a different style of play to wherever he went to Cleveland. The dude lost around like at least 20 pounds at least, and he became a lot slimmer, played more on the perimeter. So I'm actually very interested of how Nikola Jokic will work and play whenever he's on the Nuggets by losing around 30 pounds. I know different posts are going to be able to push him around more easier. We'll see how he plays. Is he going to be more like a Porzingis type to where he'll take more jumpers, work more on the outside? He's been a great passer as always. Used his body and frame to back down to the basket, even though if he's on the perimeter, especially around the free throw line, to hand off screens as well as work his way to the basket. Very interested. I actually want to see how this works out in the playoffs. I don't know if this is a good or bad thing when it comes to his playing style, but we can see that he can hit the jumpers as well as he's a great passer. But you know, this may be in the future if he stays the same weight. He may have to be playing around a power forward, not a center. But we'll see. Time will tell with these next 8 games as well as the playoffs, especially for the Denver Nuggets. The next thing is the NBA players, or for the NBA teams all around in the league. Some teams and some players, around 50 players or so, have denied not wanting to go to Orlando to play for the regular season as well as the playoffs. So what the commissioner, Adam Silver, and the board, they've allowed is 17 players total for each team. So this actually does increase more leverage and heatway for free agents like Jamal Crawford, DeMarcus Cousins, maybe Isaiah Thomas to get back into the league to be as substitutions for any teammates as well as two-way players as well. So kind of looking at the free agents real quickly, the ones that come to mind again are like DeMarcus Cousins. I expect him to sign the veterans minimum to go back to the Lakers. He was injured, that's why the Lakers dropped him, but during this time period he may even get some playing time to be in the playoffs or the finals. Maybe even not, just to be in that presence is great for this team. Nikola Mirotic, I think since he's playing overseas, he has to wait till the season's over. I doubt he would ever come back to here. Let's kind of go a little further. Darren Collison already retired. That's not the case. I don't see anyone picking up Isaiah Thomas. He's been blackballed by the NBA for the last 3 to 4 seasons. He has some success with the Lakers as a sixth man. It didn't work out with the Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron's system. The Nuggets, he barely got any playing time. Then with the Wizards, it's been a mess with Isaiah. I wish the team could pick him up, a contender. We've seen with the Jazz, they let him go, as well as the Clippers this season. So I think it's bye-bye Isaiah Thomas for the rest of his career. Not looking good. Kenneth Faried, he would be a great pickup for any team. I think the Rockets should actually look into these next 2 free agency roles for centers. I know they only have Tyson Chandler. They did move PJ Tucker to the 5. They should bring Kenneth Faried. He's electric. To where they just need a couple players playing the 5. I know D'Antoni disagrees, but we'll see within that. Jamal Crawford. I think the Philadelphia 76ers should pick him up, someone who can create his own shot. I know they do have an overwhelming amount of guys playing the 2 and 3 positions, which are a bunch of young cats. But with the Sixers, I think this would be a great fit with Jamal Crawford, as well as maybe even the Denver Nuggets to kind of play the isolated center type for Jamal. There's probably a couple more teams I'll like him in, but this guy is still dynamic. He's a great scorer, and he can catch up to the rest of the league right now. He can easily average 20 points in the league as of right now. We've seen with Melo. Same thing with Jamal Crawford, who I think is a little better than Melo right now. Within that, Zach Randolph just retired. Kind of going down a couple more guys within here. J.R. Swish, or J.R. Hennessy. I don't know. Maybe the Lakers could pick him up. I really doubt it. I think the Lakers would probably go for DeMarcus Cousins, of course, and then maybe another starting center. Maybe bring in Pau Gasol because there wasn't talks within him. He won't be able to play, but just retires as a Laker. I think that could probably be a good move for them. They don't really need any other free agents to be picked up and play anyways. I don't really know about J.R. Smith. Probably the Sixers, a catch and shoot type player. Within that, Sean Livingston already retired. But yeah, guys, we have a couple guys under the radar. Let me know down below who you think, what other team should pick up for these last two free agents, or who can fit in very well. But there's a couple guys, I had my eye on, especially with DeMarcus Cousins. I think Allen Crabbe's very underrated. Teams should really look to pick him up as well. No, but this is exciting news for the NBA. Even though we got to push July 31st to the 30th. Nikola Jokic losing some weight. We'll see how he plays and develops, and as well as these new free agents. So very exciting. There's probably going to be more news coming down along for this next month and a half to where the season will start. This is just the beginning within that.